Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Football Manager Experiments. We are here with our £1 billion challenge, where we gave £1 billion to non-league Billericay Town of the Vanarama South to see how high up the English divisions they could go. And we are now in May of 2036, and it is more good news. As you can see here, it's been a very, very busy few years since we last left things off in 2031, where Billericay finished 11th in Sky Bet League One. The next season, they came fourth, promoted through the playoffs before finishing rock bottom of the Sky Bet Championship, before a second place finish in League One, and then a 20th place finish in the Sky Bet Championship, followed by another 20th place finish, as you can see up here. Very interesting that we can see already Pablo Zabaleta, the Manchester City legend, is now in charge at the helm. He has been in charge for less than a year, so we'll certainly check that out shortly. But let's have a look at the schedule first. We'll click in, see how things have gone. So this was the season just gone. Carabao Cup second round defeat. Not a great run here, lots of defeats. Picked it up with a few wins here, followed by a very, very miserable end to the season. A win at the final day against Oxford, the only victory since January. Just, 6-7 draws in there. FA Cup third round defeat as well. Let's just have a look at the table. Wow, that victory there basically keeping Billericay up. 51 points compared to 50 there for Huddersfield. So those 3 points against Oxford, absolutely crucial to keep them in the Championship. The season before that, not much better. Carabao Cup first round again, FA Cup third round at home to Man City. Decent little run here, but again, a pretty miserable end to the season. Just one victory from the end of February forward there. So this was the season here where Billericay came second in Sky Bet League One. We're seeing FA Cup first round victory, second round victory, third round victory. Wow, things are going well. Leasing.com third round there. They played Sheffield United in the fourth round, drawing 1-1 away to Sheffield United. Very late equaliser there by Tom Harrison before losing to penalties there. So denied a fifth round in the FA Cup, and also knocked out in the Leasing.com trophy one round before Wembley. But nevertheless, a great run there towards the end of the season saw Billericay come second and get promoted. Before that, this was the season where they finished rock bottom of the Championship, and no wonder why. What a miserable season this is, except for a third round Carabao Cup run here. FA Cup fourth round, they lost at home to Mansfield. Absolutely unbelievable. Before, another very, very bad end to the season. And then the last season that we didn't see here, Carabao Cup first round defeat to Millwall. FA Cup, they made it through into the third round before being knocked out by Brighton. And then if we get down here, this is the playoff, beating Burton very comfortably, 6-3 on aggregate there. Nice 4-2 away win before beating Doncaster, thanks to a Ryan Murray goal in the 118th minute. So good to see that Billericay got promoted there through the playoffs. Let's go and have a look at the transfer history, see how that £1 billion is being spent. And as you can see, there has been some significant outgoings as well over the recent years. So last season, they sold 54k and spent 13.5 million. Trent Thomas coming in from Portsmouth, 27-year-old attacking midfielder, 12 appearances, 1 goal. Bit of a waste of money, let's be honest about that, for 7.25 million. And then the other big purchase here, Barry Heemans coming in from Leeds, 11 games, 2 goals, 1 assist there for the front man. Again, not a particularly great signing, but let's go back and have a look at some of the larger transfer fees. So we've got a 15 million here, up to 22.5 with add-ons for Maxime Eckhart, a young Frenchman that came in from Liverpool. First season, not great, only 4 goals, but last year, pretty good return actually. 13 goals from 38 appearances in the Sky Bet Championship. That is not bad at all. He was the biggest signing. And then Bill Sims came in from West Ham, left back. He's been there a couple of seasons, ever present, but not particularly great ratings. No real surprise in a team that went on as bad a run as we just saw there from Billericay. Season before that, they actually did sell a few players. Brian Chester, I think he was one of the guys that they bought in for a lot of money. They sold him to basically balance out the books. A few big signings there, a couple of players. And then the season before that, 18 million was spent. Mark Evans from Southampton, he's still there, left winger. Let's see how he's done. So he's performed okay. Nothing to really write home about there, but he's been basically an ever present on the left wing, doing all right in a not particularly great team. So yeah, very interesting to see that they're still spending money without too many cares in the world. Let's just see what's happened to the managers then after the last few years. So Mark Robins was in charge last time we left things off. He had one league win and a couple of promotions. Lasted just over 5 years before he left the manager role. And then Neil Lennon came in. He was in charge when they got relegated from the Championship, but then was in charge as they got promoted from Sky Bet League One. Before Pablo Zabaleta has joined, he has been in charge for 146 days. But what is disappointing that he oversaw that awful run of games. So what's that? 2 wins, 8 draws, and 11 games lost so far. 9% win ratio. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't last too much longer, unfortunately, there. Let's have a look at the players before we go in and have a look at the club details. So just have a look at the average rating here, who's played well. Stephen Miller there, very impressive indeed. He came in a few years back, 2.9 million. That is probably the best 2.9 million Billericay have spent of their £1 billion so far. Last year from midfield, 41 appearances, 7 goals, 10 assists, 7.02 average rating. That is very, very respectable indeed. Liam Wainwright, he was another purchase from a few years back. He's done actually very, very well from his attacking midfield position. 10 goals, 6 assists, but he's been a pretty consistent performer over the last few years. And then we've got Maxime Eckhart here. We'll also just go into the contract information, actually, whilst we're at it, if I can click on the right button, just to see what that wage structure looks like. And yeah, no real surprises here to see how much money's being spent. A couple of players earning very, very good money indeed for a Championship side. I mean, this wage structure really should be doing better than 20th in the Championship. We've got some players worth basically no money. Their contracts are expiring on 29,500. So be interesting to see what happens there. We'll also just go in and check. They've only got an under 23 squad. See if there's any sort of decent players here by the looks of it. Not Charlie Pugh. He may have come through the Billericay Youth Academy. Let's just see what his stats look like. Potential ability 97. So not great, but that's no real surprise as we're going to click in here and have a look at the club details. Oh, I think we're in the under 23s. Probably have to come back out here. Right, let's go here. So general information. Reputations continue to go up. That is no surprise given that they are in the Championship. 5,332. Club attendance 9,160. Minimum is still 489 and then 10,313 for the max. So not particularly great there. In terms of the facilities, New Lodge has been expanded. The capacity is now at 6,885 with 4,000 seats available. I think they were ground sharing with the team for a short while. Training facilities 14, youth 12, junior 8, youth recruitment 8, and corporate facilities still down at 1. And this here is the big question. Let's just see, how is the money going? So there is currently 559 million left in the bank account, transfer budget of 147 million, and wage budget there of 3.5 million per week. So they are, 17 years into the future, given that we started in 2019, and they've only spent 450 million to get up into the Championship, which is good. I mean, it bodes well for the future. So there's still certainly lots of money left in the kitty for Billericay to spend, but it will be very interesting to see how they can keep progressing. This is going to be a limiting factor for sure if we're thinking really long term here in terms of just the general attendance that they are receiving and money coming in through the gate, especially when financial fair play comes into things. So that sort of wraps up everything for where we are now in part 4 of this series. What I may actually do now, just to make things interesting, it may go forward 10 years. I think the key really will be to see if Billericay Town can establish themselves in the Championship and get into the Premier League. So let's give it 10 years. That may be the last part of this episode. If they don't get into the Premier League in 10 years' time, then we can probably say that they won't get there in the near future after that. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll be back with part 5 shortly. In the meantime, take care and see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this episode of Football Manager Experiments. If you liked the video, please do hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss any uploads. If you have any suggestions for future videos or comments on this video, please do let me know in the comments section below. And please do follow me on my socials, which are on the screen right now. Thanks, everybody, and see you in the next video.